So it's Patchbane 21, and in the electrical video today we're going to install the Quinetic system. There's going to be two switches and a light is going to be controlled with the Quinetic controller. Okay.
Bullseye.
Just so you can see why I'm doing it, this is the top of my stairs. This is the door to the master bedroom. There's the light switch that turns on that light. And this is the corridor on the right hand side. This is the door to the spare bedroom. There's a cupboard there. There's the bathroom there. And then this is my office. Now you'll notice that on any of these walls there are no switches at all. The only switch goes right down there at the bottom of the corridor. So that turns the light off. So, in the middle of the night, if I want to walk down here, I have to walk down in the pitch black and then come into my office. So obviously, not the best plan in the world. So what I intend to do is, using the Quinetic system, is actually install it. So I've got a switch to replace the existing one, a switch to put at the other end, and a controller to put into the light system. So I've already unboxed these so you know what they look like, but what I'm going to do is show you the installation on the switch end, the installation at the light, and the installation at the other switch end where there's no existing switch. Okay, so hopefully you'll see me doing that in a few seconds. Right, here we are at the lights. What we first need to establish is what sort of wiring system there is in this house. Now, I happen to know that it's a 3-plate system. It can be a 2-plate. What a 3-plate system means is that a live and a neutral are taken from either the last light or the distribution board. They come in and are connected inside the top section of the light fitting, and then another live and neutral are looped from those out to the next light, etc. To make the light come on and off, is a switch wire is taken from the live section down to the switch and then back from the switch up to here, and that is the one that connects to the light. So as the light switched on and off, it'll be turned on and off here. We intend to bypass that one because obviously once we've got this Quinetic switch in, that will then just be working via the Quinetic connection. So we won't need to open and close lives. We just need to put the controller in here. So let's just confirm that. By the way, I am a qualified electrician, so don't think I'm just doing this willy-nilly. Anybody who's thinking of doing any electrical work, please consult a fully qualified electrician before you do so, and if he advises you not to do it, always ask them to do it for you. Okay, so it is the 3-plate system. As you can see, in this section here, in the middle, we have a live in, live out, so live in, live out loop. And we have a live from that block down to the switch, and a return line, which is the switch line, which is this red here, which then goes to feed this light via that brown wire. The neutral in, neutral out loop is there, and then this blue wire is used to feed this. Okay, what I intend to do is tidy all of this up, put it all into the loft space. I will be using a connector. So I have a 20 amp connector here, which I will use to tidy up all these cables and just have 2 going into the controller and 2 coming out. So it's the 20 amp connector. If you are going to connect cables, always use the right stuff. If you use the wrong stuff, you are going to cause fires, and there is going to be problems. So always consult an electrician to make sure you're doing the right thing if you are doing some DIY. Okay, I'm going to not show you the boring bit where I dismantle this, put it all in a tidy place, and then just have my 2 cables coming down. So the next thing you see, hopefully, will be just the 2 cables coming into here, which will be the feed, and then we'll look at doing the switching system. Okay, the lights almost ready to be connected. So there it is, hanging down. I'm now going to connect to the switch, also the Quinetic unit. Here we go, you can see line in, neutral out, line out. So that's going to be connected. There isn't enough space behind the light, so this will then be sent up into the roof space, leaving this aerial tail at the bottom. But obviously before I poke it up into the roof space, I'm going to need to connect the two switches that are going to be set to it. And to do that, you press and hold this button here for 3 seconds, and then flick the Quinetic switch, and then do that again and flick the next Quinetic switch. You can have up to 10 switches of this. Internally it says up to a distance of about 30 meters, externally 160 meters, which is quite impressive. So that upside down all the time. There's the unit, and there's the connections and the specifications for you. Okay, for the purposes of this test, I've actually not fixed it back, so you'll see that the fitting itself has been selected to the ceiling, that the unit, the Quinetic unit, hasn't been popped into the ceiling yet. I will do that. Just wanted to show you something first. I've already done one switch. This is another one, so I'm just going to hold that for 3 seconds, and then that should be it. You'll now see that switch floating in the middle of the air turns that light on and off. I've now got 2 switches that both do that, so I'm going to put this light back together, and then we're going to look at getting the switches sorted out. Okay, Debbie light. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is remove the switch, bypass it, and then cover it with the new Quinetic one. So hopefully this will, the back plate on the Quinetic one will cover this hole here. So we've got a permanent feed up there. All we're going to do, and now where the power is off, is disconnect this switch. So from the common and from L1. Okay, so put that down there for now. I'm going to keep hold of the screws that we used to fix it in, and these hopefully will be used to put the back plate on for the new switch. So with this, we just want to link those out. So we're going to use a straightforward connector block. So now should be able to bypass both of those. Sorry, forgot to undo that. So this will give us a continuous loop to the light, which will remain to be switched. So it's not very coherent, is it? Yeah, so this will now put a permanent live up to the light itself, which can be switched via the Quinetic unit. So those are pull, make sure they're nice and firm. My screws back, dress them back, and then we're going to take our switch apart. So here's our switch. We'll put those screws in our pocket. So the first thing we need to do is take off the back plate. So just a gentle press and the back plate comes off. Okay, so just put that to one side. And so we have the back plate here, and this should just slide up. Just pull that up. Once that's slid up, we should be able to just pop it off. Now we're looking at putting that on that way. You look at the back, you'll see the writings like that. It doesn't matter, it's a two-way switch now, so that's what we'll be doing. So we'll be looking at putting that on. Make sure I get it right. That way. So we'll want to cover that section there. It does look like those screws will do exactly what we want them to do. So just bear with me while I put it together. Pop this fella back on. And hopefully I've done my work properly. The screws will fit in little grooves at the back, and there we go. That just slots on. Now put our Quinetic cover back on, and that's it. New switch. Okay, we're now going to go and do the other switch at the other end of the corridor. This one's even easier. We're just going to be using backing tape. Okay. Right, the final task is putting this switch on to this wall without any wiring. So we have our backing 3M backing plastic that comes with it. So I'm going to, I think what I'll do is just peel off that particular section and just apply that to the back of this switch. Okay, now that that's on, as you can see, I decided just to go for the outer bit. All I'll do is take that off, bung it on the wall. Normally I'd measure it because this is going to be temporary and we'll be taking it down when we leave. We'll just push it on. So let's make sure, oops, upside down, not that it matters, but let's just pop that on. Actually I'm thinking a little bit lower, a little bit over, and about there. And there we go, done. So, very, very easy switch to put in. The light was a little bit of work, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. There's a little bit of plastic on these to protect them. So now that we've finished, we can take that off the switches. And what I'll do is I'll have a little tidy up, and then I'll do a walk around and just prove that they all work. Alright, so here we go, and here's how it works now. Up, master bedroom, light switch. Light comes on, excellent stuff. Down to the next switch, light goes off, into the office. Happy days. It works. Anyway, this is Patchman21. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye now.